Hello, in this video, in cooperation with my colleagues Kari and Mohammed, we are going to explain you the functionalities and the innovation tools that we are using in the course Green Digitalization and App Development that we are presenting for the Innovation Excellence Award in Porto in September. We hope that this video can help you to understand better all the functionalities and all the innovation tools that we are implementing in the course, and that can complement the document that we have sent. Okay, then we are going to explain those tools right now. Okay, now we are going to explain you the functionalities that we have implemented in a digital platform that we are using that is named Håvag. The first set of functionalities that we want to show you is the register and the login form. Basically, here we have a registration form in which the people can register in this web page. I'm not going to do that, but I would like to show you the login form. And in the login form, you can log in as a user, a normal user, or as administrator. I would like to log in as administrator because I will have more functionalities in the platform. Okay, then here we log in, and once that we are logging in the platform, we have access to different courses and different kind of thematic platforms. I'm going to focus now in the course Green Digitalization and App Development. I go here, and then basically now I am in this course. This is the course Green Digitalization and App Development, and I'm going to explain you the digital tools that we have introduced in this course. In particular, I would like to show you with an example the digital tools the educational tools that we have implemented in chapter 3. I go here, and the first set of functionalities that we have implemented is the YouTube channel and the GitHub account. This is super useful because the students can prepare the lectures before that they came to the lecture itself, and these videos are super useful. We have prepared basically 38 videos, and we have tried to prepare basically one video for each single section. Okay, then once that the students have watched the videos, we move to each single section, and here basically we explain all the code that we are going to use in this particular chapter. At the end of each single section, you usually have these questions in which basically the students can choose among different options, and they submit these options, and once that they submit these options, they can basically check if they are right or they are wrong by clicking here in the statistics, and then you go to chapter 3. And here you have two sets of information. The first set of information is the answers of this particular person, in this case myself, to the 10 questions that we have in this, and here you have a graph to show you if it's right or it's wrong. We have implemented another functionality that, given that we are administrator, in this dashboard here, basically what we have is the answers of all the students to these questions. This is super handy because it gives us the opportunity to know if the students have problems in one section or in another, just right before that we are leaving the class. And then this is super useful because we can follow the performance of our students in real time. Okay, if you, for example, make a mistake, you can click here and go to this particular chapter again. Okay. The third functionality that we want to show you is what we name the use it yourself. We have this in basically each single chapter and in different sections. For example, here in chapter 3, in this section, basically what we have here is the code. This is basically some HTML and CSS code, and if you click in this use it yourself, basically what we have here is how this code works in reality. This is very handy because the students can run this use it yourself and then see how the code performs, and then when they are typing they always have a kind of, okay, this is the objective, this is what we are aiming, and we have to have something similar to this. This use it yourself is also very useful in other fields. For example, if you are doing econometric analysis or economy theory, when you click in this use it yourself button, basically what you can have is run a simulation or run a regression in real time, and this is super useful in many lectures. The fourth functionality that we want to show you is this chats. If you click here in the view chats, basically we have created a chat for each single group in each single university, and we have created a main chat in which basically the students can interact and can exchange information across different universities, and this is super useful because the students can exchange information in real time in different universities, and given that we want to create an international and European master in green economy and digitalization, this is super useful because we can exchange information among different universities located in different countries. If you click here, for example, here you have some of the kind of chats that we have implemented, and here basically the students can exchange the code that they use in the lectures, or their ideas to help other students also to improve their apps. Okay. The last thing that we are going to show you, the last functionality that we want to show you is for example, if you go here to the Midway conference, we have introduced also questionnaires to know how we can improve the course. And basically this is a conference that we organize in the sixth week, and basically here the students present their app, and once that they have deployed these apps in Amazon Web Service. And we introduce a questionnaire and a debate with our students to improve our teaching. And for example, if you go here, you have different questions. This is for example is about entrepreneurship. We have a couple of questions about that. We have a couple of questions about cooperation and a couple of questions about gender. And here basically we have the answers of the students to all these questions, and this is super useful because we have a lot of very useful information. And here we have a chat with all the students, and we have basically 7 pages of very nice comments to improve the course. And we can use this type of functionalities, and we use this functionality in many other parts of the course. Okay, this is basically the teaching functionalities that we want to show you. We are now going to show you one functionality that is super useful, that is basically the students apps. If you click here in this button, here is basically you have all the apps developed by the students, and this is super handy because the students have their apps running on the server at no cost. Basically, we have designed a software architecture in packages in which basically each of these apps is a package inside Forward. And basically the students are using the servers and are using the databases that we have in Forward. They don't have to pay anything for using these apps. And each single group of students have its own domain. If, for example, I click here, this is the domain of this particular group, and it's totally independent of Forward, and it's totally independent of each other. Basically, each single app have its own domain. If you click here, for example, you can read the information of this student. Each single app is different, and each single app have a different business model. You can have access to the methodology that they have developed. You can download the paper, and you can read a lot of very useful information here. And then finally, if you want to use the Carbon app, you go here to the new entry, you introduce here, for example, 10 kilometers. I want to introduce another, for example, by car, 23 kilometers. You select here the type of, and here basically what you have is in real time, you have the kind of the carbon emissions and the kilometers, okay? And yeah, and this is basically the functionalities that we want to show you. What we want to emphasize is that each single of these apps, it have its own domain. You can click on this, and this is very useful for the students because they can share this domain with companies when they apply for jobs. They can share this information in LinkedIn, and this is super useful. Our objective is that the students in the bachelor finish with a portfolio of apps, and this will help them to basically to find very good jobs. Or in the best case, we aim that our students create their own companies and their own jobs. We don't want that they find a job, but they create their own jobs. We have way more functionalities, but yeah, we don't have time to explain all those functionalities. I hope that you have enjoyed the video. We have way more functionalities implemented in the platform Forward and in the course Green Digitalization and App Development, but we don't have time to explain this. We are continuously working, improving the functionalities and the innovational tools that we are implementing in the course. Probably in 1 or 2 years, these tools we will have way more tools that will be implemented in Forward, and we have designed the architecture of the platform in such a way that when we introduce changes in some functionalities, other courses that are using the platform can take advantage of that improvement, and we want to improve the platform continuously, and obviously we want to open and to develop this platform in cooperation with other universities. We hope that you have enjoyed the video and you have learned more about the functionalities and the innovation tools that we are introducing in the course Green Digitalization and App Development. We are very much looking forward to meet you in Porto and to share all these ideas with you and with the rest of our colleagues. Thank you so much for your attention.